Hey vibes, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brooklyn. This is Vibe with Brooklyn. And if you're not new here, hey old friend, welcome back. Glad you came and joined me today. Me, just vibing with you guys and doing my makeup. I wanted to show you this new palette that I got from Fenty. I've been having Zoom issues since I started YouTube. It's crazy. But this is one of the palettes. It's not new. It's just new to me because I haven't had it before, but I really enjoy the colors in it, and I believe that I can make like a really pretty look out of it. So let's get straight into it. I thought, why not make this makeup video be with just an array of Fenty Beauty products, because like, duh, I work there, so why would I not? Now I don't have every single thing in the book, Fenty, but I have quite a few items, so I'm going to use as much as I can, and to show you guys that you really can create full-on looks with just like Fenty Beauty products, girl. So first and foremost, last time I think I had already moisturized my face, but I wanted to do that on camera with you guys, so I'm going to be using this Pond's moisturizer. It's very basic, drugstore, like inexpensive. I have dry skin, so it really does do the trick for me personally. If you see me looking down, obviously I'm looking in my mirror because I have to see. And so yeah, I'm just gonna spread this all over my skin. I also want to address two elephants in the room, okay? Two, right? I have two breakouts right now, and it's like completely just cramping my style, but it's not gonna stop me from making this beautiful makeup look for you guys. So just wanted to get that out the way. I also want to use this lip mask. So this is like a lip sleeping mask, but because my lips are just always dry, I literally use it like a balm. I find that I go for things that are a lot more hydrating, and so I really enjoy this because it does just that. So I'm gonna keep this on my lips while I do my makeup today. Next, I am going to go in with the same thing I went in with last time, the Black Girl sunscreen, because it's amazing, and like I said, I vouch for this. I really appreciate it. I love that it doesn't have that white cast, and it's not like super sticky. And this is the one that has 30 SPF in it, and again, I just use like a drop of it. So today you're seeing me do like heavy skin work, and this is what I always do before putting on makeup, just because again, I'm a dry skin girl. So I think last time I also forgot to spray my face, but this time I'm not going to forget. I'm using the badascu setting spray. This is like an OG. If you know, you know. And I know that like everyone doesn't like this, but like I'm not here for opinions. We're just here to watch me do what I do, really. So eyes, right? Like I showed you guys earlier, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Snap Shadow. This is number 7, and it has all these like deeper, darker shades, and this is kind of new for me because I don't really do shades like this. I mostly go for like the pinks or the extreme browns or the bronzes, or like I'll do like purples and I'll do shades of blue, but never these kind of dark shades. So I feel like this is kind of not only a challenge for maybe you guys, but it's also a challenge for me right now. So I'm just going to see what I can create from this. So if we learned anything from my last video, it's that you always want to use like a lot of colors, like layer your colors. That's how you get the best and like the most beautiful looks, is by layering. And again, I'm using this like fluffier brush, which I used in my last video. You really want the products to like lay nicely on the eyes, but not like so stuck that you can't blend it. So these are nice little blending brushes. And yeah, we're just gonna go in with that. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And again, I just like take the color and I kind of sweep it all over, but I mostly focus it in this top area. And do the same thing on the other side. Oh, I realized I forgot to do my brows. I'm always forgetting something in these videos. Again, you guys already know I am not an expert, and I don't think that like you can do things necessarily wrong. It's just I have a a sort of way about doing things, and I normally would do my brows first, but in this case, we are starting with the eyes, and that's okay. So just like my last video, girl, you're gonna just blend, blend, blend until you start to really see the colors pop in the way that you think looks good. I mean, maybe that's like terrible advice, but I just go with what I feel looks good. Like, we all see, you know, plenty of images on Instagram. We see these celebrities, we see all these makeup artists. You might have gotten your makeup done, you might do your own makeup, and it all is all about just like when you feel like it's at your liking. Like, makeup is fun, and if you mess up, you just wipe it off. I'm starting to be a little bit happy with this. First, we went in with this shade, which I think is Take Cover. Then we're gonna go in with Fatigue, which is the greeny, army greeny color. Now, if it shows up army green on me, we'll see. It may or may not. We're gonna pack that shade Fatigue into the lid. Now, I'm being kind of bold today because I probably use at least another shade. I would use another shade before this, just before it gets super, super dark. And I'm gonna go in with the yellow shade because I can't really tell what the yellow shade is gonna do against this darker green until I put it on my lids. So I'm gonna go on with this more dense brush. Again, this is really gonna help to pack in the colors. Again, like I told you guys before, I don't know the names of these brushes, okay? So don't come for me with the brush names. I don't know that stuff. Whoo, this is different for me. And it's like really bold in color and pigment. And I actually really like it. It's more like golden. I think it works really well for even people with darker skin tones, because sometimes I find that the yellows, they're like not yellowing for my skin. They're just like way too light to where they almost either blend in or you just like you don't see them at all. Now that I have this shade on, instantly the shade that I put on before this, the darker shade, the crease shade, has like scaled completely back. So I was fine, right? I wasn't too far off with it. Now I'm gonna go real in because I can see that like, oh, I can just add a lot more essentially. Again, I'm going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Like the way I'm set up when it comes to doing this stuff, like, I don't know, eyes just, it's not like this quick, super quick process or this super quick thing. It does really take time. So take your time and be patient with yourself and literally blend until it's like you just can't even blend anymore. Sometimes I blend and I blend things in super well, which is great, but then I'll go back over it and just pack it in even more. So I want to be bold and put this shade on it, which is Money Mission. Oh, absolutely. Okay, absolutely we'll be putting Money Mission on my eyelids. Oh girl, this is like absolutely. So that yellow shade, cute on its own, really like it on its own, but this, like, Money Mission completed actually after you put this on. Now I feel like I need to see what it looks like with the rest of my face, and then I'm gonna go back in and add a lot more, as you guys will see a little bit later. So I'm gonna do my brows, and since I forgot to do my brows, I'm gonna just do them off camera. Okay, so brows are on. Today for foundation, my skin is tacky now. I'm gonna use this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating. I actually really like the Ease Drop foundation, but this one to me has a little bit more coverage, so I'm gonna use this one today. I don't always like super thick foundation, but I already told you, girl, today we're just going a little bit all out. So I do have Fenty concealer. I remember I used it in my last one. So I do have the Fenty Bright Fix in Honey, but it's actually a little bit too light for me, so I might skip on that one. But I'm gonna just go on with this Kat Von D one first because it's a little bit closer to my skin, because this is like a little bit of a heavier product. So I'm gonna go on with this, but we're gonna use the LA Girl to brighten. I don't know about you guys, but I like squeeze the living heck out of these until they're like actually gone. Okay, so I lied. I am going to add some of that Honey shade over this. And that's just because I'm kind of going for like a really bright under eye today. I'm going to go in with this, and it looks like this. It is the Bright Fix. I'm just gonna add a couple of drops because, girl, this is not my shade. And if you're starting to look crazy, you're doing it right. I don't know what it is, but putting on concealer is like really satisfying for me. Comment below if you feel the same way. So I like to just use my foundation brush to get out the harsh edges. So from here, I like to add, I don't know, I bring my brows back. It just depends on like if the concealer ruined my brows or not. While that concealer is still kind of settling in, I prepare my powder. I'm using this Pro Filter powder. It looks like this in the shade Banana. I was never really a powder girl, and like now I am. I live for powder. I think you need it. Even if you have dry skin, it's like, girl, we just gotta prep the skin and make sure, because the powder brings you really to life and it just sets everything in. And I'm gonna go in with the powder. Make sure you tap powder off though, because it can look crazy if you don't. So I talked about it last time, but I'm not a baker. I'm not a baker in real life, and I'm not a baker of my makeup girls. So next, obviously, if we're doing highlight, we're gonna do contour. So I'm taking my favorite palette. You guys already know it's Caramel Cutie. Caramel Cutie is that girl. She's real cute on the skin, and I love her. But I just, like, already, she said, hey, hello, cheekbone me. Like, look at that. Like, instantly just pops her out. You know what I mean? So I will never not have Caramel Cutie. So as you can see, depending on the look that I'm going for, I'll put a lot or I'll put a little bit. Okay, now I'm going back in with my eyes. I'm gonna drag it out a little bit. First, we're gonna put this under the eyes. Okay, so my contours on this side is going a little too far down. So I bring it into my eyebrow. As you can see, it's already, so like for me, nose contour always looks crazy until I buff it out, and I want it to look crazy first. Like, I'm not trying to shade the loving hip hop girls, but y'all know what I'm talking about, the contours. So I'm gonna add some blush. This is my handy dandy elf palette again. I am going to go in with, ooh, I think this color. I want to buff mine all the way out though, because I don't want this to look too crazy. Going with just a liquid liner. Okay, so the liner is on. So now I'm gonna line my lips also with the brown shade. I'm going in with the lipstick today. I use these two, my trusty, dusty, fussy. Oh, not that rhyming. I love it. So I'm gonna use this. It's the Fenty Icon. For those who don't know how to use this, okay, you twist the bottom. It pops up. You take it out, and you now have a lipstick. Okay, I see a lot of people doing it completely wrong and smashing their beautiful lipsticks. So this is the shade Pose Queen. It is my favorite shade. I love it. You always gotta check your teeth, girl, because you don't want to have stuff all on your teeth. So I'm gonna put highlighter on and I'm gonna put mascara on, and then girl, we're pretty much gonna be done. Of course I would put lashes on, but for whatever reason, that step, I'm like lazy for that step today. So I'm gonna use this highlighter. It's the Diamond Balm Fenty Glow. This is like a smaller version of what you would get if you purchased the full one. This brush, I'm just gonna sweep this over and put some on my nose. The Chesty Dusty mascara. I have so many mascaras, but I choose to go with this one. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed the look. Here is the final viewing of it. I enjoyed creating it for you and just using a lot of products that I don't always use all the time. I tried to stick to mostly Fenty Beauty because girl, Fenty is that girl, okay? She really is, and a lot of the products are popping, and I hope that you guys pick some up for yourselves, recreate these looks. Comment down below if you enjoyed this. Please be sure to like as well and share with anybody and everybody, because we're a vibe here and we need to let everybody know that we a vibe, okay? So until my next video, I cannot wait to chat with you guys again, and yeah, I will catch you guys in my next vibe video. Bye.